How do you select the music that you play?
Oh, the music, no, that's what we play now. As I say, it's really amazing because whenever we go out and play, people like, here's a nice song, but it's 4 young guys. What are they going to play now? Are they going to play like the nowadays, people are younger people in our age group is going to go for the more jump up tune, and as I said, music to us is an inborn thing. So the Dennis Brown, the Bob Marley, the Peter Tosh, you name all those foundation artists who helped to set reggae music in Jamaica. We know them and we will play them. That is how we play music. We don't play music because the younger generation now is going up for the jump up. Yes, we have to play jump up, but at the same time, we have to know where our music is coming from and where it is heading. So we have to play the foundation. As I said, the Peter Tosh, the Dennis Brown, the Bob Marley, the Big D, Jerry, you name them. We play music from all foundation. We play music.
And is there any kind of music that you wouldn't play? Anything that you would avoid because of maybe the lyrics or the sound or?
Yes, we would avoid certain type of lyrical content in certain music. We would. Because certain music to us is just not fit for airplay. I don't know, dancehall is wrong. But at the same time, when you set up a music system, or a big music system out in here, people within 100 feet or more is hearing what you're playing. So kids around will hear, yes, dancehall is wrong. But at the same time, when you go out in the open and you're going to play a music that is, people 200 and 300 feet is hearing, children is grasping it. So, as I said, certain type of music, yes, we would avoid playing certain type of music. Not a particular artist, but whichever artist, just for the lyrical content, still would avoid playing certain type of music.
And do people come to you with requests when you're actually playing the music?
Yes, people do come to us for requests. Like if we play like a party session, they will come, they want a particular type of music. You won't normally find that during a dancehall settings. Right? You will just play and people will listen, people have their different opinion, but like a party, somebody call it for a party setting, then they request a certain type of music because it's partying, so every type of music play you want to party. Right? So people do request certain type of music, and whenever they request we are right and fine. We like to have them right here and fine. We don't like a certain type of music being requested and then we're like, this music is that. So we try to research music basically, we try to study it. We try to know what the people want, what the customers want, and give it to them. So whenever we're playing, like, as I said, we set up from about 12 o'clock. So from probably 12 go right now, we have most foundation music that the older heads want to hear. People who are spending the money and come. So if the old, the young, the in-between come, we can always have to say, they hear AirForce play a particular music. They hear for them type of music. So if you come like probably 12 o'clock at night, then you won't hear that foundation settings. You will hear more like a dancehall settings. But then if you come earlier, you will hear like a more foundation settings that the older heads want to hear them. And people who are coming to spend their money, because that is the type of music they want to hear whenever they come out.
Can you just explain to me what dancehall is? Can you explain to people what that is and what its roots are?
Dancehall is a more upbeat from the reggae or the ska going back. So dancehall is a more hyperactive kind of settings. Reggae music is like a more laid back, they bump and grind, and but dancehall is more upbeat. It's a more upbeat kind of music, more hyperactive mood that people can move to. That is dancehall. Dancehall basically is raw. It's where you go and get extracted and raw. That is dancehall.
And I've noticed that you stop and start the music. Why do you do that?
Whenever we stop and start, well, we got this thing in dancehall now that people will call money pull up. So whenever a person here, as I said, they won't come and request a certain type of music, but once they hear it, it's like, yeah, this is their tune, and they would want to hear it again because it relates to them in a particular way. So now that they want to hear that tune, we got a thing that we call money pull up. So we find out that some people will come and actually show with a $500 note or $100 note to hear that tune actually replay again. Because that tune is actually related. Because I'm in a dance and I hear these tunes. There's one particular tune I have here. So me know me lose a friend. No, I have a friend that dropped out last week or the day before. No, I would love to hear that music probably 6-7 times in the dance. Because that music, it is related to what I'm feeling. You know, so they will come and they will say like, money pull up. Some people actually come and pull up the tune for themselves. If you don't mind, they will search across the console and they will actually pull up the tune for themselves. Because that it is so much, it is giving that punch. It is relating to them so much that they will come. And yes, they would want it. You can't do better, but you have to replay it.
And can you also explain to me or give me some examples of some of the things you say in between the tunes when you're playing them?
Well, dancehall, the selector, that is the guy that is choosing the song, and the man that is on the mic, they have to know how to relate. So, I will make Javier answer to that. He will give you a better rundown.
Yeah, as an MC.
As to, you know that transaction from one music to another. Alright, basically, what we have like, you're standing in the dance, right? Now you hear this tune that is playing and you're moving to the tune. But all of a sudden you hear the selector like, he's stopping and saying something. You're in suspense as to what is he going to play. But from the way he's talking, you could almost get, if you're a music man, you could almost get say, alright, after this Mavada, this is a Vibes Cartel. Because Vibes Cartel and Mavada have this little feud going. So know that the selector dropped this Mavada, you got the Gully fans. Then you will drop our Gaza fans. No, that will make any dance go because there's a feud between them and you find out that fans in the dance would want it. You wouldn't want you go and you play one set of Mavado, but then the Gaza fans would want to hear the cartel as well. So you have to know how to balance it. You know, for switch from a Mavado then to a Gaza because that is the feud. That is what people want to hear. That is dancer. The feud. Not physically but lyrically. That is the feud in dancer. That is what a jive dancer.
And how did the crowd respond to different tunes?
As I say, you have all sorts of people. You have people, putting their hand in the air, they're busting blanks. You have people, as I say, come, money pull up. You have all sorts of pull up. You have the big bikes within there, they're constantly revving. So from that signal, you know that you must pull up. You have to pull up. Whether you like it or not, you have to pull up that particular tune. You have people that is spilling our liquor. You will get all excited. As I said, that is dancehall. Dancehall is a hyperactive. It's a hyperactive setting. And you find people doing all sort of crazy stuff. They're drinking the liquor, they hear a tune. Engines start to rev up. Car horns start to beep. Girls getting on car bonnet. All sort of things. That's the dancehall.
So do you watch the crowd and see how they respond and then react?
That is one of the most important things in our dancehall settings. You have to know what the crowd wants and have to relate to the crowd. Every tune you play has to be a punchline. You can't in a dancehall setting and play a tune that is hyperactive, then you're going to play a tune that is dancehall doesn't work like that. You want a particular type of tune, it's like it's like you have to come. Depends on where you're playing. You have to come from an earlier stage to hear a certain type of tune. But once in a dancehall setting, have to be on point. You can't miss because Jamaica audience is one of the hardest audiences to deal with. So you have to be on point at all times. You can't miss in a dancehall setting. So you have to know what the crowd wants. You have to relate to the crowd. It's almost like you're reading the crowd mind. So you have to relate to them at all times.